Player 2 has entered the game.
What's going on, survivors, and welcome back to the grid. It's been a while since we talked about Dead Matter, and you know I wouldn't be bringing this up for no reason. So they just released a big new update, and I've got to say, I'm really liking what I'm reading, and I'm almost positive that you will too. Indulge me for a few minutes and I'll show you why. And by the way, if you're here, then you're definitely concerned, at least to a certain degree, what will become of Dead Matter. So if you want to always stay up to date on important updates and exclusive interviews with the dev team, consider subscribing not to miss a thing. So Dead Matter patch 6.0 is what was just released, and with it came some really great changes and features, and we'll briefly discuss them, but honestly the part that caught my attention the most was the end of the update blog with a section labeled The Future. That's the butter of the biscuit. But they start the update out with showing us the new studio and what's been going on in the real world. Nick says, "We're excited to announce that we've been in the process of establishing a physical studio as well as relocating most of our Canadian staff to Calgary. This has been a huge step in the right direction as productivity in a proper work environment has never been better. Having our artists be able to get into a car and take reference shots of real-life Alberta towns such as Canmore, Banff, Deadman Flats, and many other small towns including the city of Calgary itself is a game changer for us. Oh, and is anybody looking for work in game development? They're actually hiring." He says, "If you're interested in working for us and you're willing to work in Calgary, please send your portfolio to jobs@qisoftware.ca. There are no strict requirements, we just want to see your work and the things that you have created." Now to the actual features of the new patch. First, we have some changes to the zombie spawning system. The most important improvement that's coming with the new patch is an improved mechanism for spawning zombies into our world. The new zombie spawning system will even allow you to clear out an area until it becomes repopulated. Kyle has achieved this by dividing the world into cells that have a set population of infected that can be exhausted by simply killing all the zombies. Kyle has also written new behavior for the zombies. Zombies can now leap after you during a chase and will also no longer stand still simply to attack you. They're going to be much more of a threat than they were before, and the way that Kyle has written them will allow us to rapidly iterate on different variations of the infected. Another improvement that's coming with patch 6.0 is vehicles should now persist correctly along with doors and any containers that players decide to place down in the world. Nick has also found many issues related to how players take damage and has cleaned up a lot of issues with the hit detection in order to make firefights with other survivors a lot more consistent. Along with the new hit detection, there will also be changes coming to medical system and character creation. There are also a lot of issues with the perk system that we'll be targeting in 6.0 and 7.0. Billy has implemented a new skin shader that is more realistic than our current implementation picture below, so we aren't able to see that yet. The 1895 lever action rifle will be making its debut in 6.0. Oh, Red Dead. Along with some new weapons that will be introduced, we've taken quite a few measures to fight the hitching and stuttering that players have been experiencing with the game. 6.0 will be the first of many steps in the right direction for Dead Matter. Now, with the patch stuff out of the way, this part is the real meat of the devlog. So for the future, they say, 6.0 comes with a lot of changes, but it is only the beginning. Beyond 6.0, there are a swath of improvements that we will be bringing to the game. Our first major revision, 1.0, of the closed alpha will be a massive update to DM_Alberta, the main world map used for Dead Matter's map. We're going to be replacing the height map that the current map consists of to one that uses real-life height map data and a mix of procedural generation. We're also retooling our lighting system to be a lot more PBR friendly and to also support the ambient occlusion volumes as you've seen in our previous development vlogs. Buildings will be much darker on the inside with more consistent lighting than before. We have a few sneak peeks of what the future of the game looks like, and the overall feeling of the map and the tone of the lighting is not only far more realistic than what we have right now, but it also more closely aligns with the original vision that we had for Dead Matter. There will also be much more space available between major locations in the game, which will give our vehicles much more purpose and will also allow players to camp in the woods with less risk of encountering a fresh spawn or someone simply traversing the area. So from the pictures, I can really see what he means by changing to a real-life height map. It also means that vertically, the world of Dead Matter would expand immensely, so that when traveling up a mountain, it doesn't feel like you're skipping over a foothill. They've also been working on getting some progress of some sort towards the backer rewards. If you backed for a hockey jersey, then you're in luck, because these bad boys will be shipping soon. Now, the next part is basically the whole reason for my title. It is the New Hope. If you let the video roll along while you've been multitasking with something else, this is the time to look back at the screen, my fellow ADHD kids. They say they are still major components of the game that we would like to tweak significantly to fit the original vision of the game. We want to get rid of the claim system to better reflect the original tone that we had for the game. That's right, scrapping the claim system. And why? Because they're going to make what we originally wanted. In our current build, they say, if you were to stumble upon a gas station with a garage attached to it, and you want to claim it, but there's no claim box, then you're out of luck. We really dislike that our design decisions lead to that, and we'll be implementing a system where players can simply barricade and secure any location they find to better reflect the original vision for Dead Matter. And I know this is something that has been widely talked about. I've talked about it myself, and I'm so impressed that they're willing to scrap an already established system to backtrack and rethink the wheel. More on that in a second. But next they say, there'll also be major revisions to the vehicle system that revolve around repairs utilizing a larger variety of vehicle parts and tools. In a future update, you'll no longer find vehicles in working order, and you must repair them in order to drive them away. We are also planning on making more use of the trailer system in the game, as well as allowing players to reinforce and repaint their vehicle. So this is the whole emphasis of my video. This is the entire final section of the vlog. Shows the devs' commitment to the game. It also shows willingness to listen to the backers. There's no way they would just throw out an entire base claiming system that currently is in place to start from scratch and build another one if they really thought this game didn't still have potential. But I mean, I'm just a guy. What do you think? I'm in the process of setting up another interview with the dev team right now to discuss all of this, and I'd really appreciate any comments of suggestions for Dead Matter, any questions of the blog that you guys have for them that you'd like answered. Hop into the Discord so you're notified when that Q&A does go live. Otherwise, check out more Dead Matter coming up right now.